Dopest dope I've ever smoked. Hands down, dopest dope I've ever smoked. It's not better than the Blue Oyster. You can't beat it. I can't handle better than this. Is like...
Okay, are you ready? Welcome to Smoke With Us.
I'm Eastwood.
I'm Blue.
And this is our virtual smoke circle.
Woo woo. Yeah, we started this to make the word, to make the word. In the beginning, the word was God. The word was with God.
Bird is the word.
To make the world less lonely. So let's make the world less lonely, guys. Join the circle. Today we've been smoking on a few joints, some THC 8. Speaking of THC 8, we got a sponsor, guys. You probably heard them last episode, but you're gonna hear them again. East Tree CBD. So it's kind of hard to find good CBD out there, at least in my opinion. And we've tried these. They've given us product. They've been great. And so their CBD is great. And then they also, if you've been looking for that Delta 8, which is like the beer of cannabis, then try that, dude. And it comes from hemp. And like I said, it's the beer. It's like you just want one beer after work, do some Delta 8.
Yeah, man, it's pretty great. They're our sponsor, our first sponsor, so we're really fucking excited about it. And if you want to go check them out, easttreecbd.com is their website, and you can use the code SWU10 to get 10% off.
How high are you?
I'm at like an 8.
Yeah, I'm at an 8.
Yeah. So at this point, if you're not at an 8 and you want to get to an 8, go ahead and pause the podcast and catch up to us. And then, yeah, we'll see you on the other side. And we're back.
When we back
again.
Oh, I just want to put this out there. Tomorrow's inauguration day for us. So the reason I'm putting this out there is just in case there's some crazy shit. And you're like, why aren't they talking about anything? That's why. So it's probably gonna be 2 or 3 weeks after inauguration day. So I actually think our next one that's gonna come out right after inauguration day is actually gonna talk about the Capitol building stuff.
Yeah.
So now you guys know if you're an avid listener.
Yeah. Crazy times we live in. 2021 started off with a bang. Also, I want to point out something to you. I feel like we've switched places for a second because you look super stressed out. And I totally understand what you meant now when you said that I do that. Because you're like thinking about all the shit that you wanted to say about like the sponsor and stuff. And then you're just like, okay.
Well, I was expecting you to chime in. You just
kind of started, you just took it over. And so I finally.
Dude. Well, so like start getting it. Now,
well, there was no break. So I couldn't like just interrupt.
Now you know, dude. And that's exactly, you'll also do that with like conversations. Like when you're like, I want to talk about this thing, you'll stop engaging in whatever we're talking about. And then I'll be like, okay, I guess there's no more to say on that. Like I'll just start quieting down and you'll go, okay. And
yeah. So you were just like, gonna relax.
I feel you, bro. Ain't nothing but chicken wing. Dude, that's a mantra of my life, dude.
And I'm glad I got to bring that to you.
You did, dude. Dude, God gave you the wisdom and you gave it to me in my time of need. You're basically a prophet, bro. Receive that.
I'd be down for that. I want to be a medium really bad.
Oh my gosh. I see. I just can't respect you saying that when you like watched one episode of the show that's about that me and your boyfriend are watching every episode of, and you're just casually in and out of it.
Yeah. No, I've always liked medium stuff. Like even outside of watching that one episode, but I just like watching that one episode got me, it like drew me in.
Until the next episode when you were like, okay, bye. That's what I'm saying. It didn't draw you in. You're just like, ooh, spoopy. I like spoopy things. And then you're like, well, this has been a lot spoopy. I'm going to play my video games now.
Yeah, I don't know. It was cool though. I don't literally want to be a medium. I just like the whole like medium shit.
Dude, everything sounded like a Christian conference.
It really
like I was like they had these conferences and stuff. And I was like, I've been to this. You just replace some of the words, and it's the same. People having similar experiences, everything.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I've done that. Why?
Well, it got me thinking. I was like, like what if like you die, and then
You will.
when you die, you wake up but like it looks like as if life never stopped. Like you just continue. I watched something, I think it was a TV show. I can't remember the fucking name of it, but this person dies, but they don't realize it. So like they think they get in a car crash, but then like after that, like they just like got up and like lived their normal life, and then it follows them as like a spirit or whatever. It's pretty interesting. I was like, that's an interesting thought to think that like if after we die, we just like kind of wake up and we're like, where the fuck are we? Where do we go?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's what it's gonna be like, but
Or it's total darkness.
I'm not. No, there's like so many more options that it could be. And if you watch the show, you maybe have a few more.
What if it's just like a complete acid trip?
It kind of could be.
You're just like floating through space.
I think that's putting like too much on acid, honestly. Some people in this audience might hate it, but like hate this, but I don't know. People get too religious with psychedelics.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Like they go in almost looking for an answer.
Yeah,
for something. Like, and when I said like not even necessarily anything personal, because I think it could really do some personal shit, Yeah, because it's all your mind,
Yeah,
it's just like seeing things differently, blah blah blah. But like you can tell with some people, they're going in like, I'm going to discover the secret to the universe. Like, you know what I mean? And you're like, bro, this isn't where it's at. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I've never done psychedelics, so I can't like say too much about it. But
I'm just more talking about how people act towards them.
I get what you mean by it though. And I think because like it's such a different place from what I've heard, that like doing like fucking acid and shit is such a different place from where you're at. So I think people almost think of it as like a, it is like spiritual to them. It helped them like grow maybe as a person.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying you can't have
that.
spiritual things. Do you get what I mean? But it's like, I mean, I guess the closest equivalent, if we want to keep using spiritual metaphors, is like, I guess they're trying to do like some kind of fucking monk shit. You know what I mean? Without the discipline, and most of the time, and it's like, how many monks that like save the world?
True.
It's like, so that shit doesn't give you it either. So what makes you think taking 5 tabs this time will? Like, you know what I mean? Because like some of the meditation stuff can like, it's been shown to like put you in just as intense stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like as far as like tripping and stuff. And they did it with their mind.
Yeah.
So if you think if that person couldn't find out the secret to the universe, you can because you took 7 tabs.
Yeah. I really want to try that ayahuasca shit.
I go back and forth on that. I mean, you're gonna shit and you're gonna puke.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people try to downplay that. It's like, no, that just happens.
Yeah.
You just need to expect it. And if it doesn't happen to you, just hallelujah, Thanksgiving miracle. Like
Thanksgiving miracle.
Make sure you do it, but make sure you do it with like a shaman or something, dude.
No, I know for sure. I'm just gonna fucking.
Well, don't do it with some like hipster in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
that's basically what I'm saying. Don't do like a guy that's like,
man, I got you, man.
A guy with like a fucking like a soda pop jerk mustache and he's like, no, I am a shaman, man. No, dude, you need to like not really understand their language. Like I'm talking about that kind of like shaman,
or like the one on that fucking TV show.
Oh god,
downloading into my OS. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so we watched the show. I like cheesy ass, horrible reality TV shows because they're fucking hilarious and they're drama filled, and it's just sometimes what I need in my life. Anyways, so we watched this new Netflix show called Bling Empire, and it's basically Crazy Rich Asians meets like Real Housewives, like type of show. And so they fucking bring in this shaman because this girl's breaking up with this guy and she's like still hung up on him. So they're trying to release the energy. This dude is doing it to literally get in her pants. It's hilarious. Like he wants to date her and he's like, oh, maybe if I get a shaman to like, expel it out of her.
Okay. And to be fair, this makes it sound more sexually predatory
Yeah, he was trying to be nice and like be a
than
friend.
it
Like
is.
he was
But
nice.
he was
about
like,
it.
he's basically like, hey, he's basically like, how do I help her heal to get over her ex-boyfriend the fastest so I'm not a rebound?
Right?
Like,
Yeah, because he really likes her. But anyways, so like this dude comes in on a beach on a bonfire, you know, typical like LA shit, and he's like bald, and he's like just fucking sitting there saying all this shit, being like, "Oh dear one, like download into my OS," and like being like, "Dun, dun, 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 dun." Like I can't even imitate it. It's just so fucking weird.
dude, this is gonna sound like a funny fear. I am so afraid of like certain, like some things in like other languages or whatever just sounds so fake to me that I'm like, are you
I know,
fucking with
dude.
me? Like, because, and the reason I bring this up is I have said for years, if I went into like a Chinese buffet and the person came up to me and did the most stereotypical, just like worst Asian accent ever to me, just like, oh, hello, da, 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 da. And then I would immediately take it as authentic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, very authentic. And then he could leave and just be like, fucking white people think that's my real accent. Can you believe that? And I would just, he's right. That's what I'm saying. So like, I'm just saying like, there's times I'm worried people are fucking with me.
It's kind of rude, honestly.
To fuck with someone like that? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, like you're trapping us. Like you're like they're fucking Americans, so of course they're just going to be nice and say that they're not going to say anything.
Yeah, well, this person might not be real. Like, I'm not saying it's good, right, whatever for that
Yeah.
person, but like, there's a part of me that thinks like, because I think I would kind of fuck with people like that. I wouldn't necessarily be like fucking white people, but if I
Yeah.
could, I think I would sometimes.
dude.
And so like, there's always a part of me that's like, are you fucking with me right now? With
Yeah.
certain things that I hear. And like, honestly, the language he said when he like spirit blasted the girl, I was like, is he fucking with me right now? Is that a real
Right.
language?
Dude, the most hilarious thing is when you see like my coworkers with like the new like Spanish and stuff, like people would always assume that they didn't know Spanish, and so they would be like sitting around people, and then like all of a sudden they would like answer their question in Spanish, and like they weren't working with them, and they're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I always wonder if like people that like are of like different cultures and shit like come in speaking their own language, get kind of fearful of that eventually. And they're like, man, I can't talk shit about these people because someone will hear me. I just think that's so fucking hilarious. And I would totally do it. If I like went to a country that didn't know any English, I would just talk shit.
Yeah, my dream is to have a group of friends that we all learn a language so we can have like secret talks if we want to in public.
What do you think is like the American like version of that? Like be like, hey y'all, like that?
What do you mean?
Like if you like go to somewhere that doesn't speak any English.
Then it would just be speaking English.
But like I'm saying like when they like you're talking about exaggerating accents and stuff like that.
No, I'm not. What are you talking about?
When you were just talking about how people like how that like the people from that origin, I said, what's the American version
man,
of it?
so you just like ripped me out of my new topic?
Well, because I wasn't done yet. You just like moving on.
Okay, well, we'll go back, I guess. Yeah, it would be the y'all one for sure.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like, hey y'all, how y'all doing right over here? And they're like, whoa, it's all authentic. And then we'd be like, fucking Chinese people.
Or be like,
Dude, that's
basic
what I'm
bitch.
doing. I'm moving to Thailand, starting an American restaurant. Everyone's like, yeah.
You call it like country club or something.
No, calling it like what is it? Cow pie. Because also, dude, they like love like kind of English sounds, and I could just see Thai people eating that up to like cow pie. They go cow pie because like it's it's almost tonal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now back to what you're talking about.
I don't know. Have I talked about Non Balin, the milk restaurant, on this thing?
Non what?
Non Balin, the milk restaurant
No,
in Thailand.
I've never
I
heard
went
that
to?
name in my fucking life.
You might have. But the milk restaurant in Thailand?
No. Tell us about it.
Okay, so they have milk restaurants in Thailand, and you get a million flavors of milk. They're like kind of fun. They're usually like little tiny stalls or little tiny like restaurants. And so we went to this milk bar, and it has this girl with like it's an anime girl with just big old anime titties. Like there's huge boobs, like purpose,
like a real life person.
No, it's an anime girl.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's an anime girl with big old anime titties. Like she like it's made to show her tits, and she's in like a bunny costume, like a Playboy bunny costume, and like a server's thing, and it's called non balin, which in Thai means big boobs.
Oh my god.
And so I just lost it. I was just like, this is the funniest, greatest thing ever. Let's get some milk. And all the Thai people were like, why is this funny? And I was like, it's called Big Boobs. It's a milk restaurant.
Oh, bro.
Like, how do you not get this? And then long story short, I realized what it is they have a word for like big boobs as like a descriptor.
Oh.
Like, so you're just like, that's big boobs, like fact. And then they have like a word that's basically like, this is sexual big boobs.
Oh, okay.
So like the best equivalent in America, like because of how we view things, it's not equal, because they were saying like, why is this funny? Where it didn't matter how you describe boobs here, we'd laugh. Would be like boobs to tits.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Titties.
Yeah. That's like the best example, but it's not even, it'd be like if we heard boobs and like didn't even think about them sexually.
Yeah.
So if a restaurant was called Big Boobs and they gave us milk, we'd be like, yeah.
Or like we have a restaurant here called Twin Peaks. Obviously, we all
but
know
everyone
what
kind of is like, hee.
Yeah.
But it'd be without the hee. But yeah. And so yeah, but it didn't stop me from laughing, dude. I was just like,
That's
this
so
is so
interesting
great.
that they have fucking milk bars.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're
Like,
usually
it's just you just drink milk.
yeah. So it's like strawberry milk. You can get banana milk. You can get like melon milk. You can get like a bazillion milks.
Like,
And I think they have some coffee too and stuff.
okay, it's just very interesting.
It's like a boba tea place essentially, but for milk.
That's so interesting to me. I just don't like. I like milk, but like I don't think I'd ever.
Well, I think it's because
especially since it's hot there.
I think I've been hearing that this could be completely wrong. So if I heard this wrong, just politely let me know. Okay, it's not. I'm not trying to further anything. Okay, I just accidentally have misinformation. But they I think milk is, so they love cheese, but that's because it's newer for like a lot of Asian countries, and they love milk. But I think that's because that's newer too. Like I don't think they had at least a lot of cow milk stuff. And so
that's so interesting.
So like even when you go to the convenience stores there's like 10 different types of milk every time. And when I say 10 different types, I'm not even talking about like categories of milk. I'm talking about like white milk companies. Like,
it's kind of like energy drinks for the U.S.
Yeah, kind of. That would be like an equivalent, or like even sodas, but like imagine they're owned by different companies. So like it's just, they like milk, dude. I had cheese ice cream there.
That's interesting.
It tasted like a watered down cheese ball.
I don't know if I'd like that.
It honestly tasted like Thai cheese balls, but that's because Thai cheese balls taste like watered down American like cheese balls.
Oh my god. Yeah, I just want a cheese ball. I don't want it watered down.
Yeah, I
Give me a
mean,
cheese ball.
yeah, it's just not as much of a punch. Like,
Okay.
you're just like, yeah, that's some cheese.
I just don't know if I'd like it in ice cream form.
I mean, I
that
didn't.
taste.
I didn't hate it. It wasn't like, but it was like, whew. I mean, I'm glad I tried this. This is weird.
Yeah,
but
never good.
Never getting that again. Every time we went, my Thai friend was like, "You want to taste the cheese one? You want the cheese one?" I was like, "No,
Leave me alone." Oh, dude. So I have like this complex. Now that we're talking about like countries and cultures and shit, I have this complex.
I just hate Kazakhstan."
No.
And I don't. I like it Kazakhstan.
Czechoslovakia.
I hate
Is
them.
it Czechoslovakia or Czech Republic would be the people that I hate because they hate gay people, like literally.
I mean, so does Russia.
I know,
All the
but they're like out here like
Slavs hate them, dude.
they're like out here literally killing like and like openly like going for it.
I think you're listening to some propaganda of other
Probably.
countries.
I don't know. Anyways,
We're like, this is what happens in Russia.
well,
They go,
it's actually Instagrammers that
yeah,
are like,
but this is what happens in Russia. They go, "You're killing the gays," and then they go, "No, we're not, because we don't have any gay people." And then the people literally go, "So you're telling me there's no gay person in Russia?" And they'll go, "Right."
because we hunt them and we have a website and we kill them.
And so they be killing them, but they're, you know, it's like just when you attribute something different, you know, you're like,
Yeah.
it's like when you're like, oh, it's opioids. It's like, why was he choked to death though?
Yeah.
And they're like, opioids.
Well, anyways, I've been playing Apex with some Canadians, and I'm a part of this Canadian club. And I actually realized that, like, I really want to visit Canada so bad. Anyways, so they're like fucking polite ass people when we play, like super nice and chill and like whatever. And I'm over here like flipping out, like just being so stereotypical American. And I just feel like shit every single, because I'm like, I know I'm a better person than that, but shit just gets to me differently. And they're always like, dude, no worries, man. It's all good, man. Like, you know, like I like lose. I'm like, motherfucker, sorry, it was my fault, guys. And they're like, no, dude, it's all good. No worries, man. I'm like, you aren't like mad about that. Like, but we just fucking lost. I'm like, dude, yeah, it's cool. And then like when they mess up, they're like, oh man, come on. And like they get like their own, like, you know, in their own heads type of thing. But I'm always like, sorry, it's just the American in me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I say that? It's so stupid. It's like I almost expect other countries to just be like, oh, American. Because most of them are.
Well, especially because we say stupid shit like that. And also, as a person who has traveled, they all have assholes. All countries suck. Look at what they're doing, dude.
Oh, I know.
They all suck. If you think your country doesn't suck, you suck.
It's like every like country has like a form of it, like elitist.
Like, I'm not saying every aspect. So if you come at me with like, oh, our health care system, okay, that's cool. You suck. Like,
and you're still pouring acid in people's face.
That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying, dude. These fucking people.
They're like, well, that's the hooligans. I'm like, well, they're still a part of you.
We were definitely thinking about different countries, but
what country are you thinking about?
I was thinking France.
Oh, they do that in France too? I thought it was like a London thing.
No, London. So the acid attacks in England, I think there's definitely more there than I think anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you're telling me there's no one that's throwing acid on someone in Paris?
Honestly, that's pretty inventive if you think about it.
Well, I'm just saying,
went from knives.
Think about this though. Think about this. Yeah. Well,
I would much rather get stabbed with a knife.
I would rather get shot than have acid poured on me. And I'm not joking.
They're like, oh, you take away our guns? Fucking here's acid, you stupid bitch.
I'd be like, here's your guns back. God damn. They're doing chemical warfare, bro. What's next? Mustard gas?
Oh, man.
No, thank you, dude. Just shoot me the old-fashioned way, dude.
I'm with you, dude. Like, I don't want, like, my face ain't that pretty, but like, damn, that hurts. Like, don't splash on my chest. Don't put it on my face.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't like splash me in the back as I'm walking by.
Yeah, dude. I just hope they shoot some fat. You know what I mean? Like,
honestly, if I ever went to London and found some hooligans and I knew there was something was going to happen, I just felt a vibe of like, hey, you can do whatever you want to me. Just don't pour acid on me, please.
Do you want to hear? Oh crap, what's his name? He's a comedian. He's from Texas. He was in prison. I think I've shown you him. Crap, I can't remember his name. Anyway, he was saying, if you ever in a situation where you know shit's about to go down, but you don't want to do it, he's like, I learned one technique that always works. And he was in London. And like 3 or 4 guys were like getting around him. And he could tell like shit was about to pop off. So he just goes, it's been a while since I raped 4 white guys. And they were like, what? And he said, you get so in their heads. They're like, you know what? The fact they even said it.
Yeah, we're stepping away.
And he's like, it doesn't matter who it is. He's like, I used it in prison. He's like, it always helps.
I can see that working.
Yeah, dude. And well, like my dad said, like in a fight he got when he was younger, his friend like dragged him into a fight. Like his friend was like, yeah, he'll help me. And my dad was like, no. And he thought he would get beat up because the guy was just way bigger than him and everything. And he's like, I don't want to do this. I want to get beat up. And so he just thought of this plan. So when he got there, the guy's like, all right, you want to go? Let's go. You know, he like put his fist up. And my dad just started jumping around and flailing his whole body and going, and just acting crazy and freaked the guy out so much. He's like, what? Wait, stop that. Stop.
Oh,
he's
my
like,
God.
You're crazy. Whatever. Like, screw you. And like left. So he's telling me, he's like, if you're ever about to get in a fight, you think you can't win, just act the craziest you can.
That would happen to Felipe. He would get dragged into a fight.
He would get dragged and use that technique, dude.
Yeah, he would.
Well, actually, I'm a little afraid. I think he's getting like a pretty good amount of like quote unquote martial arts like training.
Oh, so you could fucking like whoop some ass, maybe.
Well, I'm afraid he's not at that stage.
Yeah.
But he thinks he's at that stage.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, come on. Wah! And then he just get pummeled.
Yeah.
That would be my fear. And 1-on-1, I don't think he'd get pummeled. But like, I'm thinking like 2-on-1 or 3-on-1. I think he'd still be like, come on. Wah!
And he would use that shit.
And he's like, I'm George St. Pierre. Wah!
Oh my God.
That's his favorite UFC fighter.
That's hilarious.
He's retired now. He definitely has a man crush on him.
He has a man crush on a few athletes.
Yeah. He
like the fucking the fucking football player that he calls his baby.
Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback. I can't remember his name.
It's the
He's like, my baby won.
one of the lamest teams.
I mean, they've been winning though.
True. It's all about that money, dude.
You think the Chiefs got away with it because it's an Arrowhead?
I don't know, dude. Redskins is pretty bad.
Well, especially because I was like, well, did they get permission at any point in time? And I was thinking it was a no. And I was like, ooh.
It's almost like if you called a football team engines.
Engines?
But like, do they actually it'd be pretty like smooth transition because you could just do a car engine.
That's what I was going to say. What you do is it's still pronounced the engines, but you're like, no, it's engine. And you just have like a train. Like, choo-choo, like Purdue. Back to like the people not knowing. That's why I was talking about people not knowing the languages, or like knowing the language, but they think they don't. So, two things about that. One, I was like, I want a language that like me and my friend, like a group of friends, like learned, so we could have like a secret language. So like we're in an airport or something, and we'd just be like, hasha, shi, and then like everyone around us wouldn't know what we're talking about. But anyways, the main reason I brought it back here is I
imagine being like ukanaki, flukanaki.
That's actually, well, Swedish is like the easiest to learn for English like speakers. So Swedish is like number one on the list. If I got friends together, I'd be like, guys, we can learn this really fast and really easy, and we just only speak Swedish to each other, and then we'll get it down. Or Norwegian, because you can understand each other too. If
you say Norwegian or Norwegian.
I mean, however I said it, I meant the right way, and if I said it wrong, I said it the wrong way. Like, I'm high. But Jesus, he is like, so he's Mexican. Like, I'm just saying that for like, it'll make sense to second people. But he's super dark skinned, so a lot of people think he's black, including Mexicans. And so he knows, like, he's fluent in Spanish. So he'll be like at a place, and there'll be like a group of Mexicans in front of him singing Spanish, and then they'll talk shit about him because they think he's black and not Mexican.
Oh my God.
And then he'll just say something back, and they're like, what? And they're like, why do you know Spanish? Which I've heard is like the number one reaction from people. Not even like, oh, I'm sorry, or oh shit. They just go, why do you know Spanish? Like,
but here it's like, oh, you know English? Good job.
Yeah. And so like, so they're like, why do you know Spanish? And he's like, cause I'm Mexican. And then they're like, oh,
and then he
like,
becomes a fucking
then they're just like, wow, you dark skinned. And he's like, yeah, I know.
Is any of his parents like, is he mixed at all? Or is he just
no, he's full Mexican.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But he's way darker than any of his parents, which is interesting.
He is pretty dark. I've always thought he's Mexican, but that's just because I've probably been around a lot of Mexicans in my life.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always knew he was Mexican. It's hard for me to remember at the beginning if I was like, is he black?
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while, but I don't know. I feel like he doesn't look that dark. Like, he's dark, and probably in the summertime it's probably way worse because he's out in the sun and like, dude.
I mean, I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, that's fucking hilarious though.
I was like, I'm getting uncomfortable at how much we're talking about people's skin color.
Well, because we both know him.
I was like, we know you might have a plantation owner in your blood.
Oh
so
my God, shut up.
We can't do this, dude.
Oh
my God.
No, I don't think that's the truth.
Yeah, you mean you're hoping, praying?
And
You
if
fasted?
it is, I'm righting the wrongs right now, baby.
Wrong right now.
No, yeah.
You joined the NAACP, like. Okay, so we have a Muslim friend, and he told us about how like in Islam, like you're supposed to like clip your nails, like clean up, and like even like shave your armpits like every 40 days, right? I was like, you know what? I like that it has like a hygiene.
Right.
I like that it has hygiene rules like that because, and like it made me think about other things. Like I almost wish like certain fandoms or like groups that you can become a part of or like conventions or something had more like, honestly, like religious like bylaws, like almost like you know how like fraternities do and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I almost wish more groups were like that. So it's like you're joining, these are our bylaws, like this is a thing, like we're this group, right? And one of the reasons I say that is like example, Smash tournaments, notoriously stinky,
Yeah.
right? And they do all they can, like they suggest to people like, hey, if you stink too bad, we can tell you to shower.
Dude.
But like imagine if they had like rules to live by because you were a part of that group, and it was like every 2 days you have to shower. Like problem gone. You know what I mean? Like I wish these groups had more like we all agreed to certain lifestyles now.
Dude.
So like we all are inclusive, but we all are like together. Like
picking you up from Comic-Con, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Ooh.
Comic-Con's not too bad, to be fair. Like some of it's a little bad, but
Or Gen Con. When I picked you up from Gen
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah.
That's what I meant too.
I mean, it's not too bad. There are the people. There's a few like, but that one's more not like the whole conference room smells bad. It's like, oh, that guy.
Yeah. Well, and two, you're in an area as well that's like really nice. It's like a convention center. So like they're going to already have like it smelling okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like usually it's like you smell them coming, you smell them leave it. But not too many just general like whole conference room smell. But yeah, I don't know. I was just like more groups should have like bylaws.
No, I completely agree.
Like lifestyle guides or whatever. And it's like, well, you're not really a Gen Conner because you don't shower, dude.
Yeah, but do you think like people that are like that would actually follow that? Like if someone started like implementing it?
People underestimate social pressure. And like I know everyone's like, there's already social pressure. Not enough though. Like they can still be there. Most people won't say anything. But like if it was more like a fraternal order, you know what I mean? Then there's this extra, and like when one of the like tenants is like, don't stink, basically. Like now they know they're failing.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like
but
it's
some
a
people
part
don't
of what
care
they
about
love.
failure, though. There's like
So I mean, there will be like, I'm just trying to minimize this group as much as possible. We're not talking about what to do with the group that still rebels. I mean, there's killing them, which that seems extreme. They're shooing them, you know, like yeah, here, shoot,
yeah, here,
shoot. But some people probably hate that, and then there's just like socially outcasting them, but still allowing them in,
shaming them.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. Is we have here it is. We have bylaw enforcers, right? Or we call them like bylaw keepers, and they have bells, and they look like nuns. And they go in teams of 2, and if there's a stinky person, they just walk with that stinky person, banging the bell, and just going, shame!
So like Game of Thrones.
Shame! Yeah, or smell.
You know, honestly,
or however they're breaking it, just yell that out. So if they're smelly, you go, smell! Smell!
It would be kind of funny because like those places too, like people would actually laugh at that.
That's what I'm saying. Then maybe
It'd be like a theatrics type of
yeah,
thing.
exactly. And some of us will bring like tomatoes and
Oh, whoa, bro. That's a little too far. God damn. You're already publicly humiliating them. And then you go and throw in fucking ancient tactics like throwing goddamn tomatoes. You don't want to make them cry and go into a corner.
Fine, we'll throw rice at them like a wedding.
What are they going to wear? If they have tomatoes all of them, they're going to
I mean, what
tomatoes.
do you want? They'll throw couscous.
No, you should throw things that are in wrappers. I gotta need honey buns.
You throw like Snickers at them. Like,
Is there anything you can find Jolly Ranchers?
so you can still shame them, but they can lift themselves up by emotionally eating.
I didn't think about that.
That's it, guys. That is it. That's what we're doing. The bylaws come out tomorrow.
Honestly, dude, whenever we have a studio, dude, if we have anyone that works for us, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to smell good.
Yeah, don't be literally like, you know how Google had like don't be evil?
Yeah.
We'll have like smoke with us studios. Don't be stinky.
Like that would be like the one thing that I will call somebody
Well, one
out
of my
on.
things is I'll be like, this place, like, especially by the time I think we have a stinky person, I'd be like, this place is soaking in weed.
Yeah.
And I smell you. Like, that says something.
Yeah, be like, bro, I don't know what you need to do. If you need to take the day off, like, go ahead.
That
We'll like
says
pause your
something.
department or something.
Dude, I'm sending you to the doctor.
You
I'm sending you to the
gotta
doctor.
go.
You smell bad. I'm sending you to the doctor.
No, dude, I got it. Okay, I got it. So whenever we have a studio, we have a stinky person, we have a room, a contamination room.
Decontamination? We're like,
Where it's like a shower and shit.
we even have like machines. So like, it's like, step into the circle.
No, it's us. It's us that we go to the other side. We're like, step into the circle. Turn the water to your temperature that you like.
Put your arms up. And it's like, and we're like,
Turn 180 degrees,
Yeah.
please.
I said 180.
Why did it just become Indian?
I was trying to more add like a radio voice or like a dur, 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 dur.
Yeah. Bro, we're doing it, dude. We're doing a contamination room. I want to fucking do it so bad. Even if no one goes through it, I want to do it. We come in like
Dude,
hazmat.
did we just
suits.
find our new kink? Are we like publicly humiliating people?
We might be, dude. I don't know, dude. It's just like when someone like and this comes from my mom, but when someone like falls in public or like trips or like stubs their toe, I laugh so hard.
I know you do. I just looked at my knee and you were like,
I don't know, man. Humiliation is just like, well, it ain't me. But if it's me, dude.
I think you're laughing because like, I think you're relieved of a stress of like, oh, I'm not humiliated. Like you're like constantly like, don't be humiliated. And then when someone else is, you're like, it's not me. It's not me. Woo.
Yeah. No, that's totally what it is.
You should look at that.
Probably, man. I watched that. I need to look into a therapist. What I need to do.
My sister got a stick and poke tattoo kit.
I know. I low-key want one.
So she's been sticking and poking, which is good because as soon as she got it, she's like, I got a stick and poke tattoo kit. Can I give you one? And I was like, are you serious? Like, did you really get a stick and poke tattoo kit? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So, so she's auditioning for this thing that I showed to her, and so like I helped her out with some of it, and like honestly, I think I said this a little bit ago, but I honestly now get child actor parents because I'm like, we can do this,
Like dance mom.
yeah, dude. I'm like, we're gonna make it. Like it's like it's one of my biggest dreams is for her to make it in this now. Like,
You know how you should have kids? This is how. You have a kid. You ship them to a boarding school to like be taught.
okay, dude, I'm
then
not trying to.
No, but listen. But then you're like, when you get out of that, I'm going to support you so much that you can do whatever the fuck you want. I like any dream is no big of a dream. Like I got you.
Just suffer through this, and then Daddy will love you.
Well, no, it's just because you
And
don't.
then their whole life, they're gonna be like a Broadway musician and like like actor, and they're gonna like sing their heart out and be like, "Pie shop," da 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 da, and then like they're gonna sing, and then everyone's clapping, and they're gonna be like, "Do you love me now, Daddy? Do you love me now?"
I mean, maybe.
And then I say on my deathbed, I'm proud of them, and then they just break down, and they're like, "It was the happiest moment of my life and the saddest one at the same time." But no, anyway, I'm not okay. We can go into me and having kids in a second. Going back to my sibling. So I told her if she gets in, like if she gets the audition or a future audition, because they have auditions periodically. And like one of the members even said they auditioned 5 times before they got in. So I told her that. I was like, you can do this so many times.
Just be patient.
Well, eventually they'll run out of girls better than you. I told her when she gets it, she can give me one. But she's been sticking and poking other people, which I've really been enjoying because I was really worried I was going to be the first. And I didn't know what it would look like, and I didn't want her to like do it wrong. And I'm like, oh my God, you're stabbing me.
Who'd she do first?
I think herself.
Okay.
So she did like a moon and a sun. That wasn't bad. Especially when she knew it was a moon and sun. I know that sounds bad. But it's like I could tell a moon, but then I saw like these beams, and I was like, is that moon beams? Is that like, you know what I mean? Like, and then she said sun, and I was like, then you see it.
Yeah.
But she did our cousin who bitched out halfway through. She's like, please let me finish this. So he's like, no, I can't.
Oh my God.
And he's got other tattoos. But well, he also picked a bad spot, and
yeah.
But anyway, and even my sister, she's like, it's worse. But like, yeah, but I don't know what I'd get. Maybe it might be connected to the thing that she gets into. But yeah, so I told her, if you get in, you can tattoo me, kid.
Oh my God. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. No, okay. So my thing with kids, the reason I don't want to have kids, or like I'm getting more and more that way, is because my younger years are not as successful as I would have hoped. And so it's just like there's not as much time to dedicate to parenting a kid correctly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would be a big deal for me. It'd be like, okay, it means I can't do this anymore. I'm not talking about like weed, but I'm talking about like, certain things. And it means that like I need to put all this to the side, or like it's on the back burner to some degree now, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna be honest. And I don't want to do that so bad that if I did have a kid, I don't know that I could do that. And that's just me being a bad parent.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's just not start there.
I respect that. I respect you making that choice.
Or it's going to eat at me that I'm a bad parent so much that I have to sacrifice everything else. And then I'm like, he graduates. And I was like, well, at least I was a good dad.
I could totally see you being like, not resentful, but like pseudo resentful.
I don't think it would even be to my kid. It'd be more to the universe.
Yeah.
And like, I would totally die. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I would totally die and definitely have something like in me, like I could have did this better. And I don't want that.
Oh, I could have did this better.
So like, literally, I think honestly by each day,
that's fucking
it's
hilarious.
like, I went from, I guess I kind of like kids to, if my wife wants kids, or like someone I really want to be with wants kids, I don't care either way. And I'm now starting to get to, maybe I just don't want to.
Find someone that also doesn't want kids?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, maybe I need to go get with a chick that just doesn't
already
want
has kids and is like done.
Actually, that's fine. I can be a great stepdad. I can be a fucking great stepdad, dude.
Oh my God.
You know what? That's it. I'm either having stepchildren or no children.
Oh my God.
I like that. You right. That was good. Wow. That's almost as good as Ain't No Thing But Chicken Wing, dude. Whew, you're getting good at this.
Dude, I'm becoming a medium. I'm just kidding.
That's what it's like, though. You know, like the people who are like, I prophesy, so I speak words of wisdom and good things over you.
Yeah.
That's what like the mediums are doing too.
Yeah.
And like, it's like the same experience. Like, I was like, I've received this before. Like, that's just the same, dude. Different words.
Yeah.
They even do little prayers before things. Like, it's more agnostic, but.
Bro, this podcast I listen to called Scared to Death. Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm kind of worried for him, man.
Why?
So, like, no one knows what happened, but during one of their episodes, a bunch of shit, like, kept falling over, and, like, random things would happen, and it would scare them. Like, it would literally spook them. And there's like, ooh, like, in the moment. And the girl, you could definitely tell is genuine because she like flips the fuck out about it. But they're thinking it's like their producer doing it, like playing a prank or a joke because he's done it before, but he's denying it. And so I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, they're conjuring.
Dude, don't. They're gonna ghost stories you or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, right.
Ghost adventures or whatever, dude.
Ghost hunters.
Yeah, they're gonna ghost hunters you, dude. Don't start getting in, and then you'll be like, I can't even listen to me anymore. I'm so mad. I was really worried about them.
Oh,
I think it's a good spot.
Yeah, I think it is too. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging in there with us. This is another fun ass episode that we just did.
Yeah, thanks for being there while we discovered a new kink.
Public humiliation?
Only consensual, though, of course.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so you guys know where to find us. Smoke with us on social media besides Twitter. It's SWU Podcast.
Whoa. It's Smoke With Us Podcast.
Yeah, I'm just going to let you say that. We'll just delete that. Okay.
It's Smoke With Us. We're on all our social media. We are Smoke With Us Podcast, except Twitter. We are SWU Podcast. If you want to email us any questions, that is also Smoke With Us Podcast at Gmail. Dude, I hope I don't know if .podcast is out yet, but I hope one day we can get it.
This episode once again was brought to you by Eastwood CBD.
Yeah, buy all your CBD and Delta 8 needs there. All their stuff is great. Use the code SWU10 for 10% off.
What's your high? Where you at?
None of your goddamn business.
Oh God.
No, I'd say I'm at a 7.5.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty much at the same thing.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're going to send you out like we always do with St. Warhead's Sparkler.
Smoke weed every day. I've been wavy for the longest, need the rest of y'all to catch up to me. Terpene gravy for my bong hit, so every hit is extra gooey. Then I light it extra doobie, get high while I Netflix movies. Pass it to my baby, muffled coffee, my face next to boobies. I like to get high a lot, I like to get high a lot. My girls to take smaller dabs because we have to buy a lot. I hate it when my lighter's lost, don't you too? That shit sucks, anywho I got shit to do. Need a smoker then after fuck, no I don't wanna work with you. All you other rappers suck, I told you I got work to do, so will you please get off my nuts? Sorry, don't think I'm high enough. Nope, light another up. Coughing while we mob and drop the glob, and when the glow is up, 99 problems think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pulling up.
99 problems think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pull up.
I like my skip drip. It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a sparkler. Dabs got my fingers sticky like I'm Peter Parker. Feeling like a king, scrolling memes with scenes from Arthur. Sauce has terpenes, diamonds looking like it's tartar. All my friends grow weed, we got some inner city farmers. It don't matter if you broke or not, you can find a way to smoke some pot. Every spot is overstocked and every block an open shop, and everybody's high, you can't even find a sober cop. Every night I'm stoned, then I zone out and play Overwatch. Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm dozing off.
Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm done.
I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
It light up like a sparkler.